Hi gardeners! Today I am planting garlic. I have been cold treating this garlic in the refrigerator for the past 3 months, and I have a different video where I explain what that is and why I'm doing it, so I'll link to that video at the end of this one and also put a link in the description. But for today I'm just going to show you how to plant the garlic. I have 5 different varieties of garlic that I'm planting, and all of them are good for warm climates like I have here in Florida. These are the 5 varieties I'm planting today. The first variety is Polish White. This variety seems to have the largest bulb size of all the varieties I'm planting. And then next is Ajo Rojo and Inchelium Red, Burgundy, and Pescadero Red. Polish White and Inchelium Red are artichoke varieties of garlic, so they're in the Softneck garlic family. And Ajo Rojo, Burgundy, and Pescadero Red are Creole garlics. Okay, so the first thing I did was prepared my raised bed by digging a bunch of little holes, and I spaced the holes about 6 inches apart, and I spaced the rows approximately 12 inches apart. I try to give the garlic plants plenty of space so that they don't have to compete with each other for water and nutrients or light. Garlic needs nutrient-rich soil to grow big, healthy bulbs. So I'm planting in a raised bed that has a lot of compost worked into it. And I also added some fresh compost to each hole, along with some fertilizer. I'm using bagged mushroom compost, but any compost should work. I've also used cow manure compost in the past with good results. After adding compost, I also added a 1/4 cup of organic fertilizer to each hole and mixed it in with the compost. Okay, so here I have my bulb of garlic. And I'm not going to plant the whole bulb. I'm just going to take off the individual cloves and plant the cloves. So here is the bottom of the bulb where the roots are. And then this is the top, and this is where the sprouts come out. So when you take off the cloves to plant them, you keep them in the same direction. So if you take off this clove, this is the bottom where the roots are and where it came off of this part where the roots are here. And then this is the top where the sprout will come out. So I'm going to take off this papery skin so you can see it a little bit better. I don't think you actually have to take off the papery skin to plant it, but I usually do anyway. So this is the top where the green growth comes out, and then this is the bottom, and you can see there's like some little root-looking things sticking out already. So this is where the roots will grow. So that's the bottom. So the top is the kind of pointy end, and the bottom is the kind of jagged end where you see the little roots starting. All right, so I'm just mixing the compost and the fertilizer in the hole, and I'm digging a pretty deep hole here. I'm going to plant this about 3 to 4 inches deep. And again, here's the bottom with the roots. I'm putting that down here with the top straight up, and then I'm covering it with the compost. And then once I've got all of these planted, I will cover this whole bed with a few inches of mulch. The reason I plant the garlic cloves so deep is to keep the roots cooler, since we get such hot weather here in Florida in the springtime. It also helps them not to dry out as fast during our long dry spells. But if you're planting in soil that doesn't drain very well, like clay, then you'd only want to plant about 2 inches deep. But most of us Florida growers have pretty sandy soil, and the garlic is growing during our dry season, so drainage shouldn't be too much of an issue. I'm planting in a raised bed that has good drainage, so planting 3 or 4 inches deep should be ideal. I'm also going to try to water the garlic deeply, but less often during the growing season, to encourage the roots to grow deeper where they'll stay cooler. For more information about growing garlic in a warm climate, check out my video called Grow Garlic in Florida. There's a link to this video on the screen and also in the description below the video. And then next is Ajo. Next is Willa. Hi, Willa. Right? Can you get down? Okay, so let's try that again. So the next one is Ajo Rojo and Inchelium Red, Burgundy, and Pescadero Red. Willa wants to help.